Hi Aries, welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. My name is Leonore. For those who are viewing me for the first time, I do integrate astrology with tarot card readings. You know, I Love You Baby is such a romantic song. No. I love the song. I always loved it. I still love it now. My favorite part of the song has to be, and get away scot-free without some type of injury. Nah, kill that. I am definitely going to leave the link to that song because I mean, I couldn't get that song out of my mind. Yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. It's explicit, so for those who don't like explicit hip hop or any type of music, you don't have to listen to it. This is before I was like, why did that song pop in my head and who am I reading for next? Of course it was you, Aries. Aries, your planet is ruled by Mars. And so that says a lot about that fucking song. I always tell people to check their birth charts. There is a website that I have in the description box. Please check your Mars placements. It tells a lot about your aggression, your drive. Mine happens to be in Scorpio. So my Mars is in Scorpio. So what does that mean? Now, speaking about my Mars in Scorpio, let me make this very clear for those who are maybe new to tarot. If you're new in the tarot community, welcome. Do not leave messages or comments if you don't know really the 411, you know, information. But most of all, if it does not resonate with you, if the reading does not resonate with you, then it's not your story. Okay? I have private readings available, personal private readings. I am reading for, you know, a room full of people. Okay? So I may not pick up your energy. And that's fine, you know, go to another reader. I don't know what you're looking for. If you're looking for a love reading, a money reading, I don't know. I do general reading. Whatever comes out on the spread, then that's it. That's the reading. That's the energy. That's your story. It could go reverse, you know, so it's either you or someone you know. That is the underlying rule in the tarot community, okay? Don't criticize people if you don't know that. Remember, listen, I should do a Mars in Scorpio and Mars in Aries. Don't fuck with people in that placement, okay? Whatever their placement is in Mars, I'm telling you, it is the planet of war. Okay, moving on. So, Aries, I'm doing a new format here. I'm trying to make my videos a little shorter and get away scot-free without no type of injury. Anyway, and so I already have my cards laid out. So that's basically my format. It's just to shorten the video as much as possible. I did meditate over your cards. I really did. You know, I always do. And in my pre-shuffle, I felt a lot of your energy in your pre-shuffle, which is good. That's really good. So let's see what's going to come out. I'm going to use my Chrysalis Tarot. I have my Game of Thrones to clarify it. I know I haven't used my Game of Thrones with you, but they pretty much mean the same thing. Okay, let's find out what's going on. So the first two cards that came out is the Two of Pentacles with the Magician. All right, yeah. So this is my Chrysalis Tarot. So this is the Two of Pentacles. This is my Magician, which is a major arcana. Okay, the Raven. That says a lot. This says a lot. Interesting. It does remind me of Mars in Scorpio. Ravens are very significant, I think, when it comes to the scorpionic energy. So just give me a moment while I read the cards, Aries. Somebody definitely want to go on vacation here. Preferably by the rocks or mountain areas. Good for you. Why do I sense 3 people here? Maybe a 4th. All right, let's clarify it. But the Magician is Uranus. It's ruled by Uranus. But no, I have that wrong. It's actually ruled by Mercury. Interesting. Mercury, right now we're in freaking Mercury retrograde. And I'm going to apologize now. Bear with me, Aries, because my speech and my technology, electronics have been going haywire. Sorry, the Magician represents Mercury energy. It is air, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now this is the second card out of all the tarot cards, major arcanas, I should say. There is something very significant here with this card. The Magician is somebody that manifests things. I just feel about could be family members, it could be ex-lovers, it could be co-workers. I definitely feel a sense of you being either protected or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe people are attacking you in some shape, form, or another, whether it's through words. I'm assuming it's through words, you know, shaming you, making you feel guilty, jealousy, whatever the case may be. I kind of see you kind of laid back about it, but it does, I do also see that it does bother you. So what clarifies it is the 5 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, let's start with the, okay, so this is, I'm clarifying it with my Game of Thrones. I'm not going to try, rewind. For those who have not watched the show Game of Thrones, it's okay. I'm not going to be a spoiler alert for the most part. I might give you a description of what's going on in the scene. In this scene, this is one of the queens, actually the queen, that wants to take over the 7 kingdoms. Actually, she has taken over the seven kingdoms. Needless to say, she took it in a very shisty, manipulative way, through words, through not so much through her action, but by manipulating people, even her own family members, her lover. Okay. And so right now she's lost all of her kids. Karma for you. She lost all of her kids, which it's the only thing that she really loved in the entire world, as bitchy as she was. And so here she is mourning the loss of her kids, okay? And then it's clarified by the Page of Pentacles. This happens to be her brother, who is actually one of the smartest characters in the show. Great advisor to the throne. Aries. Just a quick note, this may pertain to a couple of not a couple of people, but a group of people, okay? If it does not apply to you, let it fly. You may be going through some financial issues right now, or was going through some financial issues. You're slowly building yourself up. That's the word. But try not to be too hasty with the money that does come to you. I also see you indulging, you know, to get away from pain. This character here loved to indulge in the show. You name it, alcohol, prostitutes. He was all about the fun. And so, but he was extremely smart. Like I said, he was an advisor to 2 thrones, actually, and to 2 queens, and a king. And so I would say that definitely be smart about your money, okay? You may also, for another group of you, you may also have people asking for money. Again, be smart about money. Yeah, be very smart about money, especially with this Mercury retrograde, folks. You have no idea. I've been going through my issues, so... And I usually don't, Mercuries don't really bother me. I always say, oh, I love Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde has been kicking my ass big time. And so I bit off more than I could chew. Guys, if the camera cuts off, like I said, I'm trying to do a new format, so bear with me, okay? Okay. Aries are very patient people, I think. All right, it depends on the placements, obviously. So the next cards that did come out was, I have the 7 of Swords with the Knight of Swords. So the 7 of Swords usually means deception. The Knight of Swords can be rushed communication. I'll show you the cards. I'm just reading the energy. So 7 of Swords, and then we have my Knight of Swords. You may have, somebody here has a Venus in an air sign. So either Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. May or may not. I don't know. It's good to know your placements. You may be dealing with a father figure or a mother figure. Gender does not apply in tarot community. That's another thing. I'm picking up energy. We all pick up energy. So if you see a man or a woman, feminine, masculine energies, they're just energies, okay? They don't pick up body parts. When I see... I see that you're being scrutinized. I do see that you are being scrutinized. I don't know by who, either your coworker, your boss. But, you know, I hate the fact that this is bringing you down. Again, I sense some type of sadness. Let's see what clarifies it. So I have the Star in the reverse and the 8 of... Sorry, Aries. All right, I knew we were going to get cut off, but that's okay. I just stitched the videos together. This is Mercury retrograde for me. All right, so like I was saying, I have the Star to reverse the Seven of yes, it did come out, and it did come out in the reverse, but it's to clarify the Seven of Swords with the Knight of Swords. And I also have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So both these cards came out in the reverse. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't like the Star in reverse, I'm going to tell you the truth. But I also sense some type of karma. You know, I don't know if you were seeing someone that's older or there's a family member that is older. Again, this scrutinizing energy that's making you feel defenseless. Now, this just appeared to me. If you look very closely at this man, half goat. Now, what does that say to you? To me, you know, you see this image a lot with the devil energy, right? The bottom part, that half goat. You know, if you know anything about tarot, usually it's depicted this way, or in other folklores, folk tales, where half man, half goat is really the devil energy. You know, half human, half goat. Why did they choose goats to be like the devil? Whatever. Anyway, so I do sense some type of financial struggle. I do definitely. But the fact that, I mean, you're talking about, you're scrutinizing somebody that's half goat, half man. Do you know what this half goat, half man can do? The potential, the power, and you're making this person feel this way. So when I see the Star card in the reverse, you know, the star card can be healing, a range of things. When it's in the reverse, what I'm picking up is karma. Like I said, I would sit in this energy for a little while, try not to be too harsh. Sorry, I'm just remembering that song. I love you, baby. No, you don't. You know how they say you could kill somebody with kindness, you know, or smile or something like that. You know, I just think staying back, sitting low, will be your karma. Don't try to be too rash or impulsive, Aries. Whatever is coming to you, whether it's, you know, financial gain, you know, karma for those who have scrutinized you, has put you down, has talked shit about you, it's coming to them. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. Wow. So this scene right here in the show, this character is being pushed out of a castle that that he was sent there to protect, and not only just to protect them, they're here to protect the human race against the White Walkers, which are pretty much like zombies. You know, they're here to really kill the human race, and you know, if you've ever seen The Walking Dead, it's pretty much the same scenario. But in this scene, his own people, where he's been with, basically his family, this is like his second family, cast him out. And so right here, he's walking away, and he's going to have to figure himself out. And you may feel a certain way where you feel cast out, and this could mean cast out because you have broken up with somebody very recently, cast out because you're not being, you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, right? You know, like at the moment you feel like you should be better, you know, you should have your own, you know, car, have better pay, you know, even a bigger house or something like that. And you feel very, you don't feel really good about yourself, Aries. And so this goes very, like, the fact that this goes with the star card, both of them in the reverse, you're coming back. And let me tell you something, in this show, not to be a spoiler alert, I'm not going to be a spoiler alert, but this person who's cast out happens to be the heir. And he doesn't know that. Not in this scene. He's a bastard in this scene. And not only until the last season of the show, I want to say even the last episode of the show. After watching 6 seasons of the show, we realized that this man happens to be the heir. Drama, okay? Okay, if you want to see drama, if you want to see like the Mars energy, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Aries, just any Mars placement, Games of Thrones. All right. So the last spread that came out is the Weaver. The Weaver is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of swords. I don't know, Aries, are you going back and forth with people? I don't really sense fighting words. I almost feel like you're laid back, like, you know, I'm a just chill right now, even though people are attacking me. Yeah. But, you know, that's a group for a group of you. But then there's another group that they're about to bring it on. They're not gonna keep them. Aries are not known to keep their mouth shut, okay? Depending on what placement, you know. But in the end, don't fuck with an Aries. There's a few signs out there in the zodiac wheel that you do not fuck with, because they'll be quiet in the beginning and then they'll come back full blast. And God be with you if you're still breathing. Aries happens to be one of those people. But like I said, they're very impulsive, and they're not like other signs that can be like Aries. Other signs can be very premeditated. And Aries, depending again on their placement, may not have that energy. I'm not saying all Aries are like this, but I almost feel like you are in a premeditated state, if not in a state where you just don't want to deal with pettiness, because you're thinking of moving on to bigger and greater things, so you're not trying to deal with the pettiness. And that's amazing. And that's the energy that I'm seeing here. It's just to stay in your place, okay? Stay in your place. So, because once these doors open, you know what those people are going to see? Judgment. And not only are they going to see judgment, the Queen of Swords, Judgment is actually clarifying my Queen of Swords. So my Queen of Swords, who I love very much, in the reverse, could be a bitch. A real fucking bitch. Swords are throat, words, logic, okay? Aries can be very quick Now, if it's not you, Aries, it's someone else that you are very close to, okay? So it could apply. If you're cross-watching, you know, this could be happening to you with an Aries. When the Queen of Swords is in the reverse, her words are cutting, to say the very least. This is you, Aries. What clarified it was the Judgment, meaning it's going to be over. If for those who watch Game of Thrones, they know what I'm talking about. In the show, human race might have won the battle, but not until the very end you see that they didn't really win the war. And so there was a lot of battles. There was a lot of battles fought by many different kingdoms, people. And all this is mostly for a throne, but also to keep the White Walkers away. Now, this is the head of the White Walkers. I can't remember what they call him. He's like the king of the White Walkers or something like that. All these figures behind him are zombies. They're already dead. They're pretty much walking dead, okay? You see how he's raising his hand like this is Judgment Day? Yeah, it's basically, yeah, it is Judgment Day, okay? In this scene, all these people were humans. They were humans, like me and you, or you and me. And what happened was some of his zombies came in and started biting and touching, and you know, they became they were dead, okay? That's it, they died, you know? What happens to you if you're being mangled and chewed up by a zombie? You're dead. So he raises his hands, and all these dead people all of a sudden become his army. So these humans that were killed by his zombie crew, all he does is raise his hands and they become his army. Oh God, what a way to end this. I just sat here in the beginning telling you that Mars represents a planet of war. That is your planet, Aries. Judgment represents Pluto. Judgment is the Pluto card in tarot. But come on. Pluto represents the underworld. This is the underworld to its fullest. I just sat here telling you that my Mars was in Scorpio. Pluto represents Scorpio. Planet of the underworld with the planet of war. Don't fuck with me. I'm one of those people. All right. I'm not saying that. Nobody's fucking with me, Aries. It's okay. I know you got my back, but I'm not saying people are fucking with me. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah. I could definitely see you not really giving a fuck right now, and it's not like you don't give a fuck right now, Aries. It's hurting you. It's hurting you that these people are turning against you, scrutinizing you, jealousy. You might have been hurt in a relationship. I don't really see relationship. I just see people. It can be for you, but I just see like more than one or two people, you know. Yeah. You don't fuck with this. Okay? You might have won the battle with Aries, but you did not win the war. Good luck for you, cross watchers. Okay, well, that was it, my loves. Love you. Thank you, Aries, for supporting me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.